one of the focuses of this pod is kind of to honor the goats of the sporting world, right? Um, and a guy's name that pops up in the pod often, Alexander Ovechkin. He's hunting down the great one, Wayne Gretzky, for that scoring title. You played with this guy for like nearly a decade. How is this guy in the dressing room? How is he off the ice? He looks like a complete beauty. And do you have
He's
any stories for us? Yeah.
yeah, it's what you'd expect, right? Like what you see on the ice is like take that off the ice, and that's the way he is. I think my first memory of Ovi that I thought was kind of funny was he would always wear like the Beats headphones, and so we get into the. I remember getting into the room, and I just hear like this noise. I didn't even know what this noise was. And I look over and it's him just singing at the top of his lungs. He has no idea why he knows that people can hear him, but he can't really hear what's going on because he's got this music. We can also hear the music, how loud it is. And he's just like broken English, sometimes Russian, trying to rap, trying to sing. Like it was, not good. Like you can imagine, it was not good. And I'm thinking, like, I'm trying to get dressed here and focus on this game, and I got this guy singing Rihanna next to me here, and it just sounds hilarious. And so I remember thinking that, everybody prepares different, right? This is how this guy does it. So I thought that was really funny. I loved how many Red Bulls he would drink before games. He was just getting as fired up as possible. I could barely drink one of those things, and I'd be at my capacity, and he was guzzling between 3 and 5. And I'm just like, that is very, very impressive that he can do that. But he's larger than life. Things have obviously changed now with wife and kids. That settles pretty much everybody down. But it's just crazy to see it up close and personal, right? Like I was lucky that I got to play with him and then play against him, and I could see exactly what it is when he turns it up and plays against you. And it's just wild. Offensively, I don't think he gets enough credit for how good of a passer he is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always impressed that he can even pass with that stick, to be honest with you, because it is a banana. And you look at a banana, that's what it is. Like just twist it and turn it up, give this massive heel curve with a toe curve. It is just awkward. I brought it actually to my men's league team for some of the guys to use. And the one guy was trying to use it, he was whiffing on everything. It was so funny. So I think they had an appreciation for it too. But he does all the offensive stuff really, really well. And I'm glad he's still able to do what he does, because it's one of the records. No one's going to score as many points as Gretzky.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
no one thought anyone was going to score as many goals as him either. And now it's going to be broken, barring any crazy injury. It's going to be broken. So it's
Honestly, how does he keep scoring? Like, we all know he's going to shoot in that spot. The goalies know, the players know, everyone on the bench knows, but they go in.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
He doesn't need more than half a second, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for. Is they need 1 second to get it to him, and he's going to do it. But I think you look at the way the power play is structured as well. It's like he's obviously the option 1A, but you have Carlson, who can also hammer the puck. You had Green, who could also hammer the puck. That was at the top, so you kind of have to respect that. And then you have the triangle play with whoever it is, Oshie or Wilson. It was Semin at times. You have to also think about that. And if Baxter ever decides to shoot the puck, he can shoot it too. He's not as hard, but he's got unbelievable accuracy. So there was just so many threats that you had to pick, which threat you were going to cover. And a lot of times, all Backy needed was just like Backy doesn't need much space at all to get a pass to you. And so if he wanted to get it there, he was going to get it there. And Ovi's just ready to hit it. And so he scored a ton of goals from there, but he's also scored a ton of goals from other places. Like I got in shit the first game back the first game that I played against Washington with Montreal. I got in shit because I wasn't hard enough on him at one in the first period, where I ended up pushing him out from the front of the net, which is a feat in itself. Let me tell you that this guy's huge, and he's up at the top of the circle, and their defenseman floats the puck through. And I lifted his stick, so his stick was up here, and all he did just for a second was just he moved it over, so my stick went flying, and he brought it back and just reached back and tipped this puck down through Price's legs. And I'm just like, in my head, you're always thinking, what could I have done differently on that play? I literally couldn't have done a single thing different on that play. And I remember getting in shit because I wasn't hard enough on him. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, you don't understand. But what he just did there was impossible. And it was a tip. It wasn't even a shot. So, he just has different ways to score goals. And it's unbelievable to see. He's very strong. He's very durable. When he wants to turn it up, he can turn it up. And he's smart with his energy conservation, and so he knows when to turn it up when he needs to.
I was gonna say, I don't know how, with all those Red Bulls he consumes, how you catch him standing still there on the face-off dot, waiting for those one-timers. It looks like he turned himself off for a second. And
Isn't that the funniest thing to see? When you see a puck get dropped and he just stands there for like a legit 5 second. Like everyone just stop and count 5 seconds. That's a long time in hockey not to move your feet. And he does it all the time.
like, especially when you're waiting for a one-timer, like I feel like when I played, like I wanted a little bit of me moving back a bit as I was going to receive it, but he just stands still.
Exactly. It's like the waggle in golf, right? Like you move the club a little bit, you move your feet a little bit. It's like nervous energy almost, right?
Yeah.
He's just stand there and then he hits circle and he top corner. It's just crazy. It's very, very fun to watch.
Yeah, that's unreal. And it's a fair point how you mentioned just how many threats that PP has, that they can't just take him away, because then it's a 4-on-3 with all those other weapons, and they'll dismantle you. So yeah, it's maybe on another team he wouldn't have that kind of crazy success, but he's definitely on a great spot, and he's just hammering away, and hopefully he does it 90 more times, and we get to witness that as hockey fans, him break that record that we never thought would have got touched, and I don't think will get touched again, but we'll see.